This episode of The Horror Virgin brought to you by
Ooh,
our fabulous
very
Patreon
sexy.
sponsor,
Nick B.
Yay,
Hi, Nick B.
Nick B. Thank you so much for your support. You are awesome.
They said I have to send you photos.
Enjoy the
So we
dick
can
pics.
judge. He definitely just canceled his Patreon. Too.
This episode also brought to you by
Audible!
for
Yeah.
your ear holes.
Yeah, for your ear Christmas tree shapes.
Do you want me to
What?
send Audible photos?
No,
Audible
please don't
photos?
send Audible photos. That'd be weird. It's like you open it, it yells at you.
Like one of those birthday cards that
Yeah.
opens up and sings a really obnoxious
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Audibletrial.com/horrorvirgin gets you 30 days free in a book to get you started for your book recommendation. Jen Ferratu.
So today I'm recommending Ready Player One. It
Ooh.
is such a good book. I actually got this for my husband for Christmas last year.
Movie's great.
The movie is great. I really liked
the book.
the book.
Is so much.
I've heard
better.
that. I've heard that.
The audiobook of Ready Player One is read by Will Wheaton, and it is really great. I didn't actually read the book. I just listened to it. It's awesome.
So, guys, check out audibletrial.com/horrorvirgin. No joke, that pre-workout has so much caffeine in it. Like, the top of my head is tingly.
What's the point of it? To give you a heart attack while you work
It would
out?
be like, you remember how down I was during the movie and tired I was?
Yeah.
I am feeling great right
Oh,
now.
awesome.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Just drank a bunch of Coke mixed with water.
Oh, that pretty much is what it is. It's like
Yeah.
caffeine Coke.
I do.
Actually, yeah, because I asked this, who picked the movie, and you guys both pointed at each other.
Jen
You
picked the
fucking
movie.
Judases. So
I
who
am the
picked it?
guest with no power.
Yeah.
Did you pick this movie, Jen?
I did pick
It
this
was
movie.
probably the girl who made me change seats.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did power move
yeah,
all
you
over
did.
the seat.
You were like,
Mhm.
oh, are you going to sit there?
You know, I said, "Are you stealing my seat?" Welcome to the Horror Virgin, Mikey.
Power move.
I'm Jen,
Oh,
and
we-
I am in control here.
Ugh. That's the real Jen. That's the real Jen. No, I'm just joking. I'm the Horror Virgin Todd, and today we have guest Mikey joining us again.
Mikey.
Hi, everybody.
We got to settle something. Do you want us to call you Mikey? Because I feel like after this episode, there's no turning back.
It's too late.
If you
now.
decide
Honestly,
you want to,
Jen, I decided he was Mikey the first time we had him on.
Oh, okay.
I'm not changing
if
my
you
mind.
get
That
to
is a power
decide where I
move.
sit, I guess you get to decide what you call me.
that's right.
All right, Reginald. So,
This is all an elaborate hazing scheme we've got going.
so we watched what movie, Jen?
We watched Silent Night, Deadly Night.
This was real good, guys.
Oh yes! Everybody go out and buy it
Guys,
on Blu-ray.
There were 8 boobs in this movie.
Oh,
On the
geez.
same person.
What? Yeah, there's a female dog in this movie. No, but like this movie was real. It was very bad.
This may be the worst movie we've watched.
No,
yet.
it is not.
Do you hate you? Do you think this was better or worse than Jack Frost?
I don't know. I'd put it right around there.
Oh, well, it is of the same vein.
It is, yeah.
I'm surprised because we normally don't watch 2 B movies back to back.
We didn't. We watched The Visit in Between, and we will drop The Visit in Between.
Oh,
I wasn't on the visit.
Oh,
my bad. I only remember podcasts with Mikey.
Aww.
That's my Christmas wish.
Christmas came early.
Oh, gross.
What are you doing?
I'm undoing my
Todd
hoodie.
is
Oh, it
unzipping his
works.
shirt in the weirdest way possible.
Well, we were so low budget, we have to hold our own mics. So I was trying to unzip my hoodie,
We're an
and
indie
it did sort of look like I was jerking off.
It
Anyway,
did, especially because you wiggled it to the bottom because you're still sitting down.
speaking of feverishly masturbating, this
Yeah, there's
movie,
a lot of that in this movie.
yes, it
There
was-
is more.
There wasn't actual masturbate. I'll take over from Jen.
I've never seen someone lose the thread so fast and so disturbingly.
Jen,
that
I'll
Jen
take
just
over for
lost
you.
it.
Hey, Todd, there
Yes.
was people who looked like they were masturbating a lot. I think that's what Jen's trying to say.
That was. I powered
Oh,
down
man.
when I couldn't remember
Oh
words.
yeah.
The word is masturbating.
Can
I'm
we just get
classy.
into this fucking movie because it is horrible?
It got into me, not in a good way.
I mean,
Wait, but you know what? They could afford snow, so I mean, like, I like it.
That's true. They
they
filmed
probably filmed it in a place where there was just naturally snow.
it Salt Lake City.
Really, in Utah
Really?
they
Not
filmed
outside of
This
Utah.
is not
outside
a
of Salt Lake
very
City.
Utah.
I know. I was about to say there's
For one, it's the Catholic Church. Well, it is like an anti-Catholic movie.
it is, but there's also a lot of nudity in this, which
Yeah.
is why I was like,
It
really,
was very
Utah?
controversial at the time, and it was protested.
I'm sure it was.
It was protested?
Let's go through this fucking movie.
Yeah.
So it
So-
opens on the Griswolds.
Yes. Before they've dug their tree out of the snow.
Yes.
out.
If you squint your eyes, you think you're starting a better movie.
Right.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you're like happy about it. It's like, all right, cool.
As happy as that dad is looking away from the road, just giving that smarmy smile to everyone
Oh,
in his car.
man.
Just like Clark.
And so we see Billy,
Oh,
like
Billy. I'm
5-year-old
sorry.
kid in the back seat. Yeah, reading The Night Before Christmas.
Yes.
Is that what he's reading? Because the book was like all ripped and shit.
He's
Like it was.
That's what books looked like in the 80s.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
they
I've
got
never read
ripped
a
up.
book.
No, but it takes place in the 70s. This is a flashback.
Yeah, this is in '71, I think.
Well, so I know that book is The Nightmare Before Christmas because I have that exact copy of that book, and it said to Jennifer, "Merry Christmas." I could probably pull it out right now. I mean, the book. I could probably pull the book out.
Thank
right
God. I was very scared.
There's
All
a
right.
lot of sexual stuff in this movie.
This is a very sexual movie.
You guys like to
yeah.
invite me on for like real weird.
Yeah, I want to apologize. This is the second movie in a row Mikey's been on where there's a Santa rape scene.
all of my favorite Christmas. Like I'm a Christmas lover, but you make
Not
me watch
anymore.
actual Christmas loving.
non-consensual Christmas
Non-consensual,
love.
and I don't like
Oh,
it.
yeah. All right, so they're driving to go see his.
Grandfather.
Well, actually, I don't know
Father.
whose dad it is, but
Because they
it's
both
Billy.
I
say
think
dad.
it's the wife's dad.
Fair enough. It's Billy's the main character's
No, it's
dad,
definitely
granddad.
the dad's dad because he touches his knee the whole time.
That doesn't
I don't know
mean
why
anything.
that doesn't have to mean it's
I
your
would
dad.
not touch my father-in-law's knee the whole time.
Would you touch your dad's knee the whole time?
No.
I think they're both the dad. I think.
Wait,
they're
you
brother
think
and
their sister? You think
think
Billy's a
so.
product of incest?
I mean,
It would explain some stuff. Oh,
He
but
does
there
have-
also is a family history of mental illness.
oh yeah.
And he does have some strength.
He has
and he is
superhuman
real
strength.
dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe he's an incest prodigy.
Maybe.
Prodigy? What is that word?
I'm going to say he accomplished a lot.
Progeny.
Progeny. That's the
Yeah,
word.
mhm.
Thank you. I'm a wordsmith.
Oh, yes, you are. I've only ever seen that word in print, though.
Dude, the fucking pre-workout is kicking in. I can feel it so bad.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be a mess of a podcast.
It's going to be
Oh
at
my
your
God.
next.
All right.
I'm like
So they go,
sweating.
oh my gosh, you're
So
going to have a heart attack.
Here,
You
have
drink
this monster.
I just yes-anded that monster.
Steam's gonna start coming out your nose, and your head's just gonna blow off. Oh my God!
What
and just-
fucking monster is that?
That is a blue.
It tasted like blue. All right. So anyway, they get to the insane asylum of Utah.
Very progressive mental health facility. There's only one patient.
There is. There's
And
like
no
one
staff.
doctor. I know there's one doctor because
Right.
he comes in and gets them out. Anyway, so I don't know, the brother and sister are there.
the brother and sister family, the Flowers in the Attic family.
All right. Can we? Fuck. Hang on. So it's.
Jen and I are taking over. Todd is gone.
Todd has powered down. Uh-oh. It's getting serious now. He just threw it on the floor. Holy shit, what is going
I'm
on
good.
with
Let's
you?
do this.
I'm good.
All right.
Do we have a
have to-
dumbbell?
I'm gonna
Todd's
start,
got to pump some iron.
I'm gonna start doing push-ups.
Oh my
Can I do this from the treadmill? What's going on?
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Do you need me to
Todd
like
loved this movie.
I have so much energy and I'm sweating. Okay.
Those are the noises
serious.
that the movie makes a lot.
That's true.
So they get to the mental institution,
Population
population
one.
God dang it!
But like their granddad's like in a catatonic state.
With his hands on his nuts.
Oh yeah, he's definitely has one hand on the balls. Which I honestly, have you ever fallen asleep and woken up like that?
No.
Me neither.
Well,
Oh
Anyway,
my god.
so he's like,
you are going to explode.
so guys, calm down. Everybody breathe. Todd.
Wait, are you telling that to yourself?
So anyway, he's like catatonic. Granddad's like catatonic,
You're
right?
a healthcare
I can't
professional,
look
right?
at Todd anymore. I'm getting uncomfortable. Jen, this is going to be you and I now. Like, we're in our own horror movie, and I feel like the virgin, and I feel real bad.
I actually did hate
This movie was so bad.
This was so bad,
Can we just
y'all.
go through
this
this movie?
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Todd has taken things that truckers usually take.
Oh my god.
Guys, what does meth feel like?
That.
Anyway,
What is your
Hey,
pre-workout?
do you want to get up and just walk for a little bit?
no, I feel fine.
Wait, aren't you not going to work out today?
I don't have time
Then
Well,
why
you don't-
did you take pre-workout?
because it wakes you the fuck up.
Okay.
I've been sick for the past few days, and I feel fine today. But like, my body's a little like, bleh, if that makes sense.
I've always thought your body was good.
Wow, rude. All right, so Granddad's in a catatonic state, and then
Yeah, just sitting in his rocking chair.
yeah, but all
staring.
four of them are there: mom, dad, who are brother and sister, the baby who the mom is holding, and Billy.
Yeah.
Billy.
Oh, Billy. And they're talking to Granddad, but not really saying anything because he's
Yeah.
like catatonic or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're like, the doctor's like, look what I've done. And they're like, this is real bad. Can we? And then the doctor's like, well, we should talk in the other room.
Yeah, we should talk
He's
into the
made
room.
so much
So they
progress.
leave Billy in there with Granddad, and Granddad quickly comes to life and starts being all real creepy with Billy.
Yeah, he's just been waiting for this moment
I
for
was
all these
actually
years.
almost scared at this moment because it was very
Really?
intense. Yeah, I mean it was intense.
Yeah,
and
I
he was
thought
like,
he was
grabbed Billy and he's like, "Are you scared, little Billy?"
Yeah, because I knew that something was going to happen to the parents, and I thought that the granddad was going to kill him and be
Yeah.
like the Christmas.
This was still, and I was
killer
excited
guy.
about this movie because I haven't seen it, so I thought someone could die at any second.
Yeah.
But really, it was just me dying slowly the whole time.
Yeah, it was such a bad
Your
movie.
love for Christmas
But this is
died
where-
slowly.
This is where the rules of the movie get set, like
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes in, which I sort of appreciated.
You don't know these are
just-
the rules of the movie till like 40 scenes later.
I know that's true. And those rules are being that Santa doesn't just bring presents, he also brings punishments if you're naughty. And then as soon as the parents walk back in, Granddad goes from creepy to catatonic again.
To back to his hands on his nuts.
Yeah, back
in
to
the
hands
same
on nuts.
position. He's like, oh, if I don't put him on the right side, then they're gonna know.
So what happens next?
Christmas, I think.
I think they
They get back in the car.
So they get back in the car and they start driving, and they drive literally for 30 hours.
Every scene in this film
Literally
feels like
for
30 hours.
I mean, they just drive forever, and then it finally cuts away from them driving to
To the convenience
Santa
store.
going to
Yeah.
a convenience store.
Yes, he's
So
going.
this is what I thought the movie was going to be about.
this
You
is-
thought it was going to be about Santa shopping?
Yeah, and like terrorizing the fam. Well, what's the scene plays out.
Well, yeah,
pretty bad.
because
You thought-
what happens is he robs the store, kills the store owner for $31 or
Yeah.
whatever, and then drives away. And then we cut back to the family in the car, and they see that Santa broken down on the side of the road. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I really am kind of afraid for Todd right now. Todd's perched in the chair. His knee is shaking
Who do you
the
want
whole
me to
time.
call?
His eyes are about
Everyone.
to bug out of his face.
They come up on the Santa Claus who's broken down. Did you think he was really broken down, or he just wanted to?
I think he was really broken
Me
down
too.
because
I think
why
he was
else would
real
he pull
broken
over?
down.
Yeah,
I mean, as a person.
could have
You're
been
right.
laying a trap though.
I mean, he was definitely in a trap, but I think he probably actually did break down, and he just
I
needed their
think so.
car.
Right.
I
so
assumed.
Billy in the back seat because Grandpa has warned him of the dangers of Santa. Doesn't want to pull over.
No, he's like, don't pull
He's
over,
like,
don't
no,
pull over.
it's Santa.
And
which
he's
they-
right.
But the parents are like, oh, we should pull over. He's probably going to a party. And now
I
my
would
son
think
will
that
get to
too.
see Santa.
Yeah, I think that too. I mean, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Like, why would you assume that that's a murderer and not just someone going to a party?
Because you're men.
What?
Women would never pull over.
I think they would in
I
that
would
time.
not
of
pick
day-
up a hitchhiker, especially if they're dressed.
Not
I
at
wouldn't
night.
now, but in the 70s, hitchhiking was a
That's
thing in
true.
the 70s.
It was.
Like, people hitchhike across the
So were
country in the
serial
70s.
killers.
I know.
Yeah, but we
Right.
I
didn't know about the serial killer part.
So they pulled over to help Santa, and
Yeah.
Billy is like freaking out because he doesn't want him to help because of what Granddad said.
Right, and then Santa goes up to the window and was like, "No, there's no problem. I'm just gonna kill you." And so takes his
does.
gun and tries to shoot, and then Dad backs away and ends up backing into the ditch because Santa shoots him. I think through the
I thought he was
windshield,
Yeah,
trying
through
to
the
steal
wall
their
in the
car.
head.
Was
I think he
trying to steal
was,
a
but he
car?
ends up killing him. Like, he just shoots the dad as he's driving away.
Yeah.
And then ends up. Did you think he was going to rape the mom? Or
Yeah,
like,
Absolutely, because he ripped her shirt off and threw her on the ground and then tried to rape her.
Yeah, but
I
he
don't
could
know,
have
like-
still raped her, but he decided to kill her first.
Yeah, maybe it's because she was. I don't know. Like, either way.
Either way, I got uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
it
a real
was definitely
uncomfortable.
assault, and then he killed her.
Yeah.
Billy had run over into the ditch and was watching the
Yes.
whole thing. So this was the birth of his triggering episode.
Yes.
And the
causing
other
his
baby was in the
psychotic
car
break.
crying.
What's the other
Yeah.
baby's name? Ricky?
I think it's Ricky.
Ricky.
It doesn't really matter that much until the sequel, I guess.
Yeah.
But, well, spoilers. But yeah, like, they both survive. So the dad gets shot through the windshield, and mom gets her.
It's a very slow motion scene where he
It's all-
sexually assaults her, and
Yeah.
then he takes out a knife and very slowly cuts her throat.
Everything
Yeah.
in this movie is in slow motion.
This movie's 124. Oh, no, it's an hour and 24 minutes, and it felt like
Like
3
1,000
hours. Yeah, it
years.
felt so long.
So then he kills the mom, and we see that the dad is actually dead because for a while it was unclear, but we see him hanging out the window. No,
Yeah, I think he
hanging
was
out
shot
the
through the
door.
forehead.
Shot in the forehead.
Everyone gets shot in the forehead in this
Everyone
movie.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess that Santa Claus just gets away, right?
Yeah.
No, first he goes to the grass and yells at Billy, and he's like, "Where are you, little boy?
I'm gonna find you."
Yeah.
So the family gets murdered. It jumps ahead 3 years.
Yeah.
To 1974, and this is when he's in the St. Mary's Orphanage. I think it was St. Mary's, right?
St. Mary's House for Orphan Children. Yes.
Yeah, and then there's Good Nun. There's Mother Superior.
Mhm, she jumped the gun.
There's Whore Nun.
Oh,
Actually, I don't know.
I'm gonna
Sexy
call her
nun.
Fun Nun.
Oh,
Fun Nun is
I
good.
like Fun Nun.
Fun Nun.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So, but is she a nun? I actually don't know.
We don't know because
you
we never see
her
her with clothes.
But she is in the habit of putting out.
Is she?
Nailed it. Oh, I thought
that
that joke was going to
pre-shirt
kill.
is.
I'm going to have to like move laughter behind it. Yeah, so it's Christmas Day at the orphanage, right?
It's Christmas
No,
Eve.
it's Christmas season at the orphanage because they're drawing their
No, but they
pictures
open up
of
presents.
Christmas.
Okay, so Christmas Eve is when they.
So he draws the. Well, we don't know. It's Christmas time, so they draw. He draws the
It's
picture of
Christmas Eve.
Santa, and he puts it up on the wall. And then we see. Do we ever see this picture?
We don't see
Yeah,
it
we do
until
see
later.
This picture. You
Oh.
see, you see.
You don't
like
see it in the classroom.
We see the
seconds later.
gasp
Yeah,
of
yeah.
everybody in the classroom because it's a super
All
violent.
right, spoiler
picture.
alert. It is a picture of Santa murdering a reindeer.
Well, no, and
Is
then
it?
Santa getting knives in him. So
Yes.
the
So
reindeer's
the
head is
reindeer's
cut
head's
off,
cut
and then
off,
Santa's got
Santa's
knives in
dead,
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But we don't see it until he goes to Mother Superior's office.
Billy is a little bit traumatized.
Yeah, understandably. At 5 years
Right.
old, he saw his parents murdered by Santa Claus.
Right. What this movie really is just a lesson in how not to treat children who have suffered trauma.
Oh, yeah, Mother
Yeah, yeah.
Superior's an idiot.
This movie
she jumped
is
the gun.
about all of it's bad, but it's a cautionary tale about child abuse.
It
Yeah.
is.
There was a lot of casual child abuse in the first 20 minutes
Right.
of this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's just fine.
Yeah, because he puts this picture up on the wall and then he gets in trouble for drawing this picture. And we know that lots of times children work their trauma out through art.
Yes.
So that's probably what he's doing.
And it's not-
Absolutely.
and he was like real polite about it too. And they're
Right.
like, "Billy, how dare you be the worst child in this orphanage?"
I know.
They even say in the movie, or the good nun says, he's so good throughout the year. It's just that this time of year he
It's
gets
just
he has
Christmas
trouble.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he does because his parents
Yes.
was murdered
Do you think
Was
by
murdered.
Santa. Was murdered.
It's murder by Santa.
Yeah, probably just like 2 years ago.
It was
2 or
3 years
years
ago. Yeah.
But the nuns
Pardon
have
me.
to know that his.
They do.
But they're talking about it like he doesn't remember.
I know.
but
which
he
is
was. It was only a
crazy.
couple years
Like,
ago.
I would understand why
infant-
Ricky wouldn't remember because Ricky was
Exactly.
under a year old, maybe a year old.
I keep
Not
wanting
even
to
a
call
year.
him
He was
Ricky
like
Bobby.
months old.
Anyway, Mother
Because his
Superior
parents
beats him.
are
Like
dead.
what did she do the first time?
She.
She's going to beat the devil out of him.
They have a debate. They have a philosophical debate.
Yeah,
The
she's
good
got
nun
her
and
Her and
methods.
Bill, okay, I was like,
Yeah.
her and Billy do not have a
no. The good nun was like, we should try things that are not beating him.
Yeah.
And the other
Right.
one was
Try
like,
to talk to him.
fuck that noise.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Right.
beat him into submission.
Yeah, and so they
Like when he gets out
yeah.
of his bed at night for having scared dreams, you tie him
They
to
tied him
his
down.
bed.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that is not normal.
No.
Oh my.
No.
I mean, it's normal if there's consent involved and it's two adults.
Oh no.
And
this-
one of them is not a nun.
Oh
This
no.
is after or before ? Billy oversees the
This is before.
the fun nun. Okay.
Yeah, this is right around that
No,
time.
no, no. That's why he gets tied to the bed because he.
Oh, that's
hears
right.
Muffled
That's
noises.
Right. So this is before though, because before that is when he sees fun nun and I guess priest, some guy.
I think he's the milkman or something.
He's like a gingery kid.
So Billy hears some. This is in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it,
It
was
is.
Christmas
It's
Day.
after
oh
they
no, because
have-
all the other kids are playing in the
They're playing
Yeah,
outside.
they're-
She made him go to his room because he drew that terrible picture.
As you
and so
do.
then he's walking back to his room, and or maybe he broke out of his room. I don't know.
No, the nun comes to see him. The good nun comes to
Yeah.
see him and says, "I know Mother Superior sent you here, but you can go outside and play because you need to play with the other kids. That's what's best for you right now."
I'm
he
so
doesn't-
glad you finished that.
So he doesn't break out of the fucking room.
Billy hears sex
This is
noises.
when he white boots it down the hallway.
Yeah,
Jesus
and we
Christ,
see our second set of boobs.
I guess moms are the first.
Is this
Yes.
the hairy ass scene?
Yes.
No,
It is.
it's not. The hairy
It
ass
is.
scene is Billy and Paula from the toy store.
Oh yeah, this is.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, I remember hairy asses.
All right.
Okay, so that we see nun sex.
Yes, through a keyhole.
Yes, through a keyhole, and then Mother Superior
Can
walks.
I just say this real quick? The shot of him looking through the keyhole with the keyhole light was pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
liked it.
I like
this
that
is
shot,
the first shot where he may or may not be masturbating
Guys.
while he's watching this.
I
Definitely
still
masturbating.
had
He's
hope this
shaking like
movie-
Todd is jittering in his chair over there.
Oh yeah, I'm shaky right now, guys.
Yeah, but we can see both of his hands, and we can confirm.
Yeah,
that
both
he
my
is
hands are on
I
the
was
mic.
still
appropriate.
excited about this movie. At this point, I thought maybe this could be okay.
Yeah, the movie. I mean, the movie
Well,
was slow at this point, but it wasn't
It was
bad
an
at
older
this point.
movie, but it kind of was a kind
Yeah.
of creepy feel,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then like it was some cool shots. I was like, we could get into this. It doesn't work. It does not.
No,
work.
it doesn't.
No, because then Mother Superior bursts in and starts whipping them,
Literally
while they're
beating them, yeah.
naked, probably still like in the middle of it.
Yeah, some people
So-
pay a lot of money for that.
Yes, it's got a very fetish vibe.
It does. The whole
The whole
first
way.
20 minutes is how to
Yeah.
create a fetish.
It's
I
like the
guarantee
person who
you-
directed this was coming straight
Yes.
from directing porn.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to see
This
his
movie,
picture-
directed by Ron Jeremy.
This is what he thinks normal Christmas movies are like.
But that night is when he's having the nocturnal emission.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. We gotta go back.
Okay.
She whips them.
She
Yeah.
would, and then
Coitus.
asks him what he saw,
Yeah, fine.
and says it's naughty. Sex is naughty.
Sex is naughty.
Yeah.
It is naughty.
There are so many shots of like that dude cupping that chick's boob.
Yes,
Like,
and
they-
like circling
Yeah,
around
it's
things.
it's like weird.
It is very 70s porn.
It is very 70s porn.
So then Mother Superior gives him.
Says Billy, sex is naughty.
Texas. And so if you know about Ed Gein, who's the serial
I
killer,
know about
the
Ed Gein,
actual
yeah.
guy. Yeah, so his mom gave him complexes about a lot of shit like this.
So anyway, she just says sex is real bad, and
Right.
I'm gonna tie you to the bed because that's the next logical step.
Right. Well, Ed Gein's mom would like put clothespins on his dick.
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
At all.
No, it's like punishment for being interested in stuff like this. That's what we're talking about. That's how he.
Todd, help me. It tied to the bed, clothespins on a dick. I feel like this is like we've missed some steps.
I thought the tie to the bed part was when he was having his nocturnal emission.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
I was
that's
still
after
talking
this.
about the mother son dynamic of telling him sex was naughty
The Mother Superior dynamic.
because she's giving him a complex about boobs and sex.
We still have like 4 sex scenes to go through.
That's true.
None of them consensual.
Pool table.
Pool table
Pool
sex.
table.
Table
Oh,
is
yeah.
consensual.
And honestly, the hottest chick in the movie. All right, so he's having a nocturnal emission, like
Tied to
squirming
the
in the bed,
bed,
making
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
noise.
Okay,
Does he
listeners,
get up?
he's not actually having a nocturnal emission. He is having a weirdly erotic bad
Santa
dream.
dream, as we
I
all
mean,
do.
tossing
he
and
could
turning,
be
but
having an
only on his
erotic
back.
dream. That's
He
a
could.
bad dream because he I
Because
feel
his
like
only context for boobs is when people are
What's
dead
the
or
line
not.
from
Or
The
getting
Night
hurt,
Before
like-
Or
Christmas?
his mother.
so he's having his not nocturnal emission.
And he gets caught by Mother Superior.
Does he get up and walk around, or does he just making so much noise they
He
come in
gets
and
up
tie him
and
down?
walks out around.
Okay.
He gets out of
No.
bed. Yes, he does. And then Mother Superior ties him to the bed.
Yeah.
And he continues to have his nocturnal emissions, but now he's trapped in the bed.
Is this where it jumps ahead 10 years to now where he's 18?
No, it
Okay.
jumps to Christmas morning now.
Oh, that's
when
right.
Mother
Sorry.
Superior, who knows he has issues with
Oh,
Santa Claus,
yeah.
makes him
Make-
sit on Santa Claus's lap.
He's
Oh my
like
God.
talking to
Picks
Good Note,
her
and she's like,
up.
he's gonna see Santa and sit on his lap.
And
Yeah.
be good.
And he will, and he'll be cured, and you'll see my methods work.
But this is where we learn that he's got superhuman strength.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Because Mother Superior is dragging him, kicking and screaming, kicks some blonde girl out of Santa's lap and
Yeah.
dumps him down. And then he just roundhouse punches him to the face and knocks him out of his chair.
Like literally
breaks
over
his
backwards as an
nose.
8-year-old breaks Santa's nose.
Yeah.
He's got a quite a right hook.
This
Yeah.
is basically like if Clark Kent's parents were murdered by Santa, he gets sent to an orphanage and then got child abused. And
No,
now-
this is 100% Batman Begins. We watched the Santa Claus version of Batman Begins. So he punches Santa and then runs into like a
runs
room.
into the corner
This is the
and
freeze
says,
frame.
I tried to be
Yeah.
good. I tried to be good, but I was naughty. And then we see like the shadow of Mother Superior.
Yeah, he goes, "Don't punish me."
This is when it jumps ahead 10 years,
It
right?
jumps ahead 10
and
years.
this is where the good nun is talking to Ira, the store owner, or whatever his name is, the
He
store
said,
owner.
I got to hire a man for this job
Right.
because it's a man's job. And he said, no,
Technically
I have.
illegal.
What?
I mean, he was 18. You can't just be like,
I know,
we
right?
need someone older for this job.
He was 18.
That's illegal.
But when the nun's like, well, I understand you need a man to do the job, and then it cuts to him and like goes from boots
Hands
up.
to
Like
super tight
reveals him
jeans.
like it's like he's in a porn. Oh
You got
yeah,
all
we
of
see
his
Wolf
muscles
Knuckle for
popping
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely see that Wolf Knuckle.
Billy's not a bad looking guy.
Oh, he's pretty hot.
No, he's hunky as
He
fuck.
can get it. Yeah.
Yo, he can
He
get
may
it.
have a little bit of too much hair on his ass.
Not as
but,
much as horny
you know.
Ginger, but like he can get it.
Strikes me that he wasn't wearing sleeves and it was December.
No, he doesn't get hired in December because he's crazy in December. He gets hired before because then we have the musical montage
That's
showing
right.
us that he's okay. Set
Oh,
to like
yeah.
the
Lifting montage, as you called it.
The lifting montage.
He lifts
where
a box. He lifts a
He's
kid.
wearing his what did you call it? Gi?
Yeah, he's wearing
Yeah.
his gi.
And this song is like the low rent version of the Greatest American Heroes song. Like it's super old, early 80s, like sensitive rock.
This is my favorite scene of the film.
Just walking around like lifting up toys. He lifts a girl all the way up to the top shelf so she can see a toy.
Why is he wearing the gi?
He's like a stock boy, and I think
Yes.
it's like to protect your clothes from like dust or like.
Also for him to
cardboard?
know that he's inferior.
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen that worn ever. I have no idea. I
It
mean,
looks like a karate gi.
it looks like
It
the
does.
top, like the not the pants, but like the top of a gi. Because
Yeah.
I think technically a gi is both.
It's like a
It's like the
weird
outfit.
combination of scrubs and smock.
Oh, it's
you
so
know?
bad. I
It
think
is.
smock might be a better,
Yeah.
might be the right terminology, but gi is more fun.
Yeah,
I'm
he looks like
always
a really
right.
hunky art teacher.
Guys, right? Guys. Our teacher guys.
I mean, you got the hunky part right.
So montage ends with
Yeah.
the shortest guy on the cast saying, "What the
fuck is
fuck
wrong
are
with
you
you?"
looking at?" Because he's checking out the chick, whatever her name is.
Pamela.
Pamela.
But we don't realize until later he's got the hots for Pamela, or they might even be in a consensual, very fetish-like relationship.
Which would not be out of place in this movie.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't.
You don't think it was
that's
consensual?
the
I don't
case
think it
either.
was consensual.
I mean, me either. But I'm just saying it could have been.
But we
we
don't
don't
know for sure,
Right.
yeah.
They don't reveal it.
We'll get to it.
They reveal it when
Well,
he
they
tried
reveal
to rape
something.
Yeah, I don't understand.
We'll get to it.
I just think 80s movies they were very loose with the casual rape that happens.
Yes.
I don't understand it.
Yes, the ending of
I'm
Six.
so tired of coming on here and talking about rape. Like so tired of it.
What was the first movie, Grave Encounters?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There was no rape. I picked the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, both times you've been back where you haven't picked the movie.
Yeah.
Rape.
Jen's like, I hate you. Here, watch this.
Mikey's going to put it in his contract that no movies that he is on can contain any kind of
We
rape.
have contracts?
No, not for you.
Anyway, so the montage ends with the shortest guy in the cast saying, "What the fuck are you looking at?" to
Right.
Billy.
So, yeah, but towards the end of this montage, we've seen that it's starting to be Christmas
Yeah, it's
because
Christmas time.
Pamela opens up the banner that says Merry Christmas and it's got Santa
face
on it. And he goes, and then he starts kind of jittering a little bit and you think
And cut
maybe
back to
he's
like,
masturbating.
maybe he's masturbating.
Right. There's a lot of scenes where
Everything's
it's
so weirdly sexual in this movie.
Yes.
It's conceivable that he could be masturbating in half of the scenes that he's in when
Yeah.
you can't see his hands. This is when Billy has his sex dream about Pamela. And we
Oh,
see,
yeah, we see Pamela
super
naked.
hairy ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's a
this
slow pan up
is slow pan
From
up.
like their ankles.
from the ankles, as most good sex scenes start.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get that.
Ooh,
ankle.
girl, let me see them
I wouldn't
ankles.
know.
What? You wouldn't know? You've never seen a sex scene?
No, I turn away.
My delicate fantasies.
My sensibilities.
Let me tell you about these ankles, Jen.
Oh, yeah. They were definitely feminine.
And masculine. There's two different people.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's two people. Sorry. That ass is real hairy, though.
It is real hairy. Like it almost looked like his inner knee for a little bit, and they're like, nope, that's his ass. And then Santa Claus stabs her and slits her side open or something.
But
and
this
then
is
he
a-
wakes up
he
screaming,
wakes up from the dream, right.
jumps out of bed, goes to the corner and starts like shivering and saying, oh, I was being naughty.
It's like a flashback or a throwback to the
Yeah.
scene where when he was 8 and punched Santa. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like him doing
Rocking
that
on
same
the
thing.
floor,
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
It's
Don't
like the
punish
one
me,
time
don't
that we
punish
see
me.
a flashback scene that doesn't show his mom's boobs. Too.
I've never seen
Thank
a
God.
regular movie use the word naughty and punishment and punish me
Oh, man.
Yeah,
as
man.
many times as this film
I've
does.
seen some movies that have that, but it's not movies
mean,
you
I
watch
mean-
off the internet
It's not movies you watch all the way through to the end.
or with other people.
Right. I'm sure I don't know what we're talking about.
But you do.
And so then Janine, who I don't know if her name is Janine, but she's like the Annie Potts of this toy store.
Is she the one who's like the personnel manager or whatever?
Yes. She tells him that their regular Santa broke his ankle.
Oh,
and
yeah.
is out of commission.
skating.
Yes, ice
Yeah.
skating. Because then it's the kid sitting on his lap. And
Oh,
the little
no, no, no,
girl,
wait,
He's
wait,
gotta
wait.
be asked to be Santa, and he gets the weird like.
Billy has become Santa Claus.
No, she's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm just real. Oh, okay, so now I'm the weirdo. I'm just laughing.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah,
We
my
need
bad.
you to hold us together.
Holy shit.
Because Todd is losing his mind, and I am not strong enough to keep this on track.
I'm just a little old lady.
I know.
Sorry, I don't need an old man laugh all over your podcast.
No, Todd does.
I do that too. Like, I know, like, the
Hey, future Todd.
dude, the wheezy laugh is like the worst. I hate it. But it is like a granddad laugh.
Todd just hit me in the face.
You scared the shit out
and
of me.
this is, but you're not injured at all.
No, Todd did. I mean,
Despite
like, hit.
all of the caffeine Todd has taken to give him all of the
Yeah,
workout
and his
energy.
workout selfies on Instagram. I jump out as he jumps up the stairs, and he slaps me twice on the forehead, and then says sorry, and then falls to the fetal position.
Yeah,
What
it's true.
self-defense course did you take?
It's like Krav Maga, but it's mainly open hand slaps and crying in the corner.
and crawling away after you fall down. Yeah, so Todd went to the bathroom because he needed a break from jittering for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And we decided to play a nice trick on him.
Nice.
And Mikey jumped out and
Punishment.
scared him. And Todd slapped him a couple of times daintily, then collapsed to the floor, then crawled over, and now they're...
So next scene is
So, yeah, so Billy becomes Santa.
Okay, yeah, so there's a little girl sitting on his lap who doesn't want to sit on his lap. She's just squirming all over the place, and he's trying to get her to hold still. And he says, Santa punishes kids who
didn't like
don't
this
do.
scene
Yeah,
either.
this was real
Oh
uncomfortable.
man, it's really like it's just
He
uncomfortable.
just doesn't want to sit in this strange man's
But
lap.
he's making weird faces, and it's like it's just.
It's like he's taking a whole bunch of pre-workout. And then had a bunch of kids sit on his lap and says, I will punish you if you don't sit still. And the parents are all just looking on and laughing and
Yeah,
having
they're
a good
like
old
he's
Christmas
really
time.
good with kids.
Right. I've made the
Oh
right
yeah,
decision.
because he like this is it's just very uncomfortable the way he
uncomfortable.
handles this
this
little
entire
girl.
fucking movie is really
is.
uncomfortable.
But the girl's like squirming, like she has too much energy, like she drank a bunch of pre-workout before recording the
I
podcast.
don't want to hear about the
So
squirm.
she's like squirming, and he's like, "Stop squirming!" Like he's like,
Yeah.
"Stop whatever you're doing."
Yeah.
Santa
You're making it
doesn't-
worse.
Santa doesn't just bring presents; he punishes.
I'm not
I
gonna
think
say
I even
that out
said
loud.
he was like, "There's no way he's not really hard written."
You
the
said
scene.
that, yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, this whole.
Anyway, the girl stops squirming, and it cuts to the girl's parents,
She's
and she's
afraid
like,
she's
"Oh,
going to get
he's
punished.
yeah,
They're like, oh, yeah. He's got away
And
with
then her
it.
mom-
yeah, he's got away with
He's
kids."
got away with kids.
Yeah, he's
So then we cut to the Christmas party at the toy store. And he
Oh
closes
yeah, I like
door.
the way this started though, because the store owner like
Christmas
locks
shop
the door.
purveyor.
Yeah, the store owner locks the door and goes, "It's over. Let's
Yeah.
get shit faced."
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot to mention that Billy has problems with his direct supervisor.
Yeah, the stock
stock-
guy.
Yeah,
Shorty.
Mm-hmm, Shorty.
the one who was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" when he was
Yeah.
checking out.
Pamela. Shorty's kind of an asshole. So
Yes, he
everybody's
is.
drunk.
But you know, Billy's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he murders all those people, man. He is a dick.
There's actually only assholes in this movie.
Who it-
there wasn't a good guy. There was no good guys.
No, I think Good Nun is the only good person in this movie. I
And
really
Death
do.
Santa.
Yeah.
If she
And-
was a good nun, she would have reported the child abuse.
True. She reported it to her superior.
To her mother superior.
Jen, you're on fire.
I know. This is when matriarchy goes wrong, though. So yeah, this is Christmas party. Everybody's getting hammered.
Literally.
It's a great Christmas
Yeah.
party. There's only 4 people there.
Five.
No, there's 5 because there's
There's
Santa,
old
who
couple,
Billy
young
Santa.
couple, and Billy.
Yes.
Yep.
An old couple. I don't know if they're together,
I don't think they are.
but young couple
They're
is the stock manager.
It
Work
looked like they'd
husband
hooked
and
up
wife.
once
Yeah.
or twice.
Probably.
Awkwardly, but they
Yeah,
decided
yeah,
it wasn't best.
They're mature adults. They put it past them. They're back
Yeah.
at work. Yeah.
Right. And they're
But
like,
then you have stock manager short guy and Pam, who I didn't know were a couple until this point, and maybe
I don't
they
think
weren't.
they were.
Maybe
I
They
think
weren't
Pam-
because he tries to rape her.
Yeah.
Pam was just wearing her low-cut shirt. She
But
just
she
wants
was-
to kind of hook up. And Billy's not making a move on her. So I
Right.
think she's going with the
No.
guy who's actually going to try to entice her into some kind of
Anyway, but
relationship.
Pam does consent to like going back there and making out with.
Yeah,
There's
he's
no
like,
rape.
wait. Waves some
Shorty
mistletoe in
does
her
what
face.
I do at a Christmas party, which is awkwardly make eye contact with women, dangle mistletoe in the air,
You have like one of those carrot hook things where the mistletoe's just dangling a foot away
and
from
then
you.
just like, you know.
See, I do the same thing, but over my belt. It's never worked.
I've only gotten arrested 7 times before, too. It's ruined many a Christmas
Oh,
party.
and relationships.
Short stock guy takes
Yeah, short
Pamela
stock guy.
back in. She consents to going back into the
They
stock
just
room.
make out, and
And
then
then-
they go back in the stock room. Yeah.
And then drunk boss comes up to him and he is just shit faced.
Yes.
And starts talking to him about Christmas. He's like, "Oh, I'm thinking about my parents. They were murdered."
and then he's like,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot your parents were brutally murdered by Santa.
he doesn't
right.
know that much.
I don't think he
probably
did know
not.
that.
He probably didn't know all that. Yeah, because he probably
Oh,
wouldn't have
because
asked.
did we forget to say that Good Nun calls up and realizes that he's playing Santa. He's not in the
Yes,
stock room
oh, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. No. But that's
Oh,
this
yeah.
is when
Because short stock guy says he's got a present for Pamela back in the stock room, and then
I did love the. Why can't you just give it to me out here?
right,
Oh, this present's not for everyone to see.
just for you.
Spoken like a true rapist.
it's
like
a
there's
big
no
special
yeah.
package for you.
He
Step-
didn't. He did not say big. He was realistic.
Oh, that's true because he's kind of short. Step 1 cuts that hole in the box.
Wow. No, I'm not getting involved.
Not getting involved. I'm just gonna put my mic down and go read a book for about 20 minutes.
Y'all just call me when there's like non.
Rape.
Pop in
Yeah,
for
yeah, thank you.
non-rape.
I'm like sweating now, like Todd.
Oh yeah, I'm dying over
Here
here.
we come to the second of the 3 rape scenes.
So he goes into the stockroom to escape the terrible singing that all the drunk employees are
I
doing.
loved the Christmas carols in this movie because,
Because
I've
they're
never
not
heard any
Christmas
of them.
carols?
Yes, but they all had really good lyrics.
They're like Christmas carols.
Yes, I loved it.
There are more fake Christmas carols in this movie than there are Hanukkah songs.
Thank you, Maggie. That was well said.
So anyway, the rape starts in the back room.
We hear her saying, no, no, no. And so Billy
yeah,
goes in.
it quickly goes from consensual with short stock guy to very rapey. Like he rips her shirt open
Yes.
and like forces her
Yeah,
down.
they were
and
just
starts,
making out, and then he
Yeah, and I do think she was on board for just the makeout.
Yeah. But then she clearly says no,
No,
several
and then-
times.
at the cupping.
I don't
Yeah.
even think. I think she says no before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then that's when he rips her
We
shirt.
see her saying no before we even see them.
Yeah.
Yes. And it keeps cutting to Billy, who hears mumbled sex noises again in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just stands there for 20 minutes while she's getting assaulted, like reliving all this trauma, and we have to see it in the movie because we couldn't remember what happened 30 minutes before.
Right.
So yeah, we see he's triggered by boobs.
Yeah, we see the old
and
Santa
Christmas.
killing his mom,
Holds
his
the
mom's
knife
boobs
up.
again.
All this flashback stuff. And this is why the movie is so slow. They're like, hey, remember this thing that happened 10 minutes ago? This is what he's thinking about. Like, yeah, we
Right.
know.
Uh-huh.
Stop.
Yeah,
God.
boobs. are
Get
his
on with the
weakness.
movie. I know.
The
And
movie
this
is not subtle in any way.
No, it's the worst. Anyway, so he goes over there and like Christmas light hangs this dude with
Yeah.
one arm.
And then I was like, this movie could be cool. He's like
It
a
could be.
revenge killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like he hangs the rapist, and I'm like, okay, so he like kills for good.
But
It's
it
a
like
little-
cuts his neck too. It's like barbed wire Christmas lights.
I
His
mean,
neck
this
is all
the-
bloody, too.
Before, in the 80s, it's not a lot of safety regulations. I
Right.
don't know what Christmas were lights were
It's
back
like
then.
that bag of glass sketch from SNL, you know.
so he
grabbed-
hangs the rapist.
He has
and then
killed
she,
the rapist.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then the girl like does not react the way you think she
Yeah,
reacts.
for a split second, I was like, this movie could be good. He's going to kill people
He's
who are
going to be
bad.
avenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because he believes that sex is bad, the fact that she has boobs at all makes her naughty, even though it wasn't her choice to actually show those boobs. So he's now mad at her. And she, you know what? She reacts. When you have just been assaulted seconds before, you get to react however you want.
I
She can be
agree. Like
mad
she
at
doesn't
him
do
if
anything
she
wrong
wants.
here.
Exactly.
Yeah, she consented to the makeout, not the
Exactly.
rape part,
She
right?
clearly said stop. She said no.
Yeah, and then he X-Acto knife cuts her belly button to like top
right,
of rib
right,
cage,
like underneath her
She goes,
sternum.
Billy,
Ugh.
you're crazy.
Yeah.
But in
Get
all
off me.
fairness, he is.
Yeah, he is. He went
Motherfucker
Santa Claus
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what you were saying too is we don't know. Maybe they had a consensual relationship
Yeah.
and he just didn't hear the part where they agreed upon the safe word.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what happened. I think Shorty was assaulting her.
Me too. And Shorty does look like a
yeah.
rapist. Like he looks
What
like
the fuck
this
is
not
wrong
the
with you,
first time.
Shorty?
Yeah.
But yeah, so he stabs her in the sternum and
Yeah.
she dies.
She does.
Yeah.
And this is where
It's a
the
tough
the
Christmas
store
for her,
owner
man.
is like,
This is where the rules go out the window.
yeah, none of this I don't know.
None of this movie makes sense.
But I mean, I
No,
don't
it
know.
doesn't.
I don't know if the rules are out the window at this point, just because he associates sex with naughty, and she was.
I think he associates.
But
Yeah.
the store owner and Annie Potts girl were not being naughty.
No,
Well,
you're right. You're right.
I think that
They were getting
unless
hammered.
They're drinking. So if
Ah.
he has been raised by Mother Superior with this very black and white sense of what is naughty
But
and
he
nice,
drank.
Yeah, he
drank
did
with
drink.
them.
he drank. I know, and that's when he went crazy because he's now naughty. I mean, he also killed somebody, so he's naughty.
Alcohol's real
Yeah.
bad.
It is bad.
Anyway, so the store owner comes back into the stock room, and he gets hammered to the top of the head.
he's already hammered.
Yeah.
Now he gets real
Now we have to go back
hammered.
to the-
He get not just hammered. He gets the claw end of the
yeah,
hammer.
like the part where you pull nails
Stuck
out
in
with.
his head. Yeah, that's
But
the
Billy
claw.
has to slink around the stock room
with his
jingle
Oh, this is where you
Jingle
first
bell
hear the jingle bell is like
Oh.
someone's about to get murdered sound sort of
Yeah.
association.
And drunk manager is walking out, and then he slow motion turns around and says, "Yoo-hoo!" And then
Oh
he
my
turns back
God.
around, and Billy Santa Claw hammers him to the head.
Yeah.
Ooh, there it is.
It's real bad.
Let's also mention, because this is where we started to notice this, that every once in a while there was a cut where it was a reshoot or like the film and
Oh,
the camera
yeah.
was
It
different.
gets darker and
Got
fuzzy.
soft focus, yeah, and then would just go
So
back
dumb,
and forth.
yeah.
Not exactly sure what happened.
It honestly, and I don't know if it's true, but this is what we thought it was. Like it may have been just reshoots they had to do because they
Yeah.
didn't get shots they needed.
And they couldn't afford the good film that they'd used
Yeah.
the first time because all the hand-me-down film that they were using,
The
they ran out of all
hand-me-down
of their
film,
dad's
yeah.
film they inherited. So Janine, I keep calling her Janine because we don't know what her name is.
I don't think they ever say her name.
They
like
don't.
no joke, they never
So I
say
call
her
her
name.
Janine because I think that's Annie Potts' character's name in Designing Women, right?
No, that's the Ghostbusters.
Janine, yeah. Annie Potts and Ghostbusters, yeah.
Either
it's
way,
like a super low rent Annie Potts.
yeah, it's a Bobo Annie Potts for sure.
But she's even a rung below the Bobo Annie Potts from Child's Play.
She's Bobo Annie Potts.
she is Bobo Annie Potts.
Bobo Annie Potts. Anyway, so she goes back into the stock room, eventually sees dead hammered store owner,
Yeah.
and then runs out to the front. Oh no, ducks under him swinging the axe at her. Or
No, he throws
She
it.
hides
He
behind a bunch of toys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she puts her head up so
And
it looks
she's-
like her.
Yeah, and he jingle creeps around
This
the toy
was-
Jingle
store.
creeps. Oh my god, that's amazing. But that is what he does. Yeah,
He does for 45 minutes.
Yes.
And then slowly turns a corner and acts as like a Teddy Ruxpin box to death.
As you
and
would.
then she jumps out behind him and kicks him to the floor, kind of like when Mikey scared Todd when he was coming up the stairs.
That's
and
true.
then
This is actually the most exciting sequence of the film.
it
Yeah.
is because then she and I was like, yeah, she's gonna get away.
And then she explodes
And then
out of the
Todd
boxes.
Said, is she the final girl? But she's not. So
She
she
is
grabs
not.
the axe. And then what did you say? They couldn't afford a broken window, so she can't break the window.
No, she goes to the door like she's going to break the door, and then she's like trying to decide whether she's going to break the door or the window.
Yeah.
And,
then
in
she
this
sees
time,
the phone and she goes, "Oh, I can call for help." That might be out
I think,
of sequence.
I think the call for help was before, and he
I don't
cuts.
know.
I hate
Something
this
happens
movie.
to the
Yeah.
axe, and so then we.
No,
tur-
she gets the axe. And
she
then,
gets the axe, but then he's got a bow and arrow.
Yeah, so
and he-
this is when she's standing at the door or window. Which
Yeah.
one should I
Right.
break? And then he shoots her through the heart with an
Suddenly
arrow.
he got a bow and arrow.
Which
Yeah.
this is where I have a problem with this movie.
it's
I got a
just
bow and arrow for
not
Christmas.
realistic.
Well, they never
I didn't-
show a bow and arrow in any scene or any
I mean,
background.
you can usually buy hunting stuff at toy stores.
in the 80s, you could.
Probably, that's
Yeah.
actually true. Okay,
Bag
never
of
mind.
glass.
But he was real good at it.
Yeah,
Yes.
but shooting a bow and arrow is not super
That's
difficult.
probably something that they did at the orphanage.
This is like murder night. So like he
It
has
is. It's Toy Story Massacre.
at this point he has become Santa Claus in his mind, and he must punish
He must punish
everyone who has been naughty.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who he perceives as being naughty.
Which was
Still
everyone in the
not a rule because
And
he
it's-
punishes people who aren't naughty.
But it's
Right.
like the slasher rules. Like the rules for slashers is like anybody who has sex, drinks, does drugs, like those are the people that are going to die, you know. So he's like the Santa Claus of slashers, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm always right.
he is like a Christmassy Michael Myers.
Yes.
This is one of my favorite parts of the movie. So the nun shows up and sees all the dead bodies, and we keep seeing all these Santa Claus reaction shots.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're like animatronic Santa Clauses. So they go back, and then once the nun sees the bodies, we see all the Nutcracker faces. And
Yeah,
got
but
their
her
mouths open.
scream.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's, I even looked
It
at Jen.
was-
I was like, "Are the Nutcrackers screaming?"
It was like the Nutcrackers were screaming.
Yeah.
Then we cut to some fucking on a pool table.
Is that where it goes?
I
Yep.
thought she goes to the police station.
I mean, she does eventually go to the police
I just
station.
wrote down fucking on a pool table. That's the next thing that happens.
Yeah, but no, the next thing that we see are the Christmas
Notebook
carols.
does not lie.
The Notebook does not lie. Cut to ankles.
Ankles, yeah.
No, the next thing we see is the Christmas carolers
Oh,
outside
yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pool
yeah,
table,
yeah,
and
yeah.
those people get away.
Who are not singing a real Christmas carol.
No,
Yeah,
they're
and
making it up.
suddenly- And somehow that's not a sin that deserves punishing.
No, they're spreading Christmas cheer. So anyway, the Christmas carolers are singing something, and then it zooms on the house behind
You're singing
them.
like Soul at Night.
Soylent Green is a movie. Charlton Heston eats people. That's the movie. Anyway,
Soylent Green?
Soylent Green is
Have
a
you ever
movie.
seen that?
No.
I've never
Does
seen
Charlton
seen it.
Heston eat
I haven't.
people?
Oh my god.
Soylent Green is people. It's people.
That's the only reason I know it. Yeah. Anyway, so it zooms in past the Christmas carolers who are spreading Christmas cheer and goes to the couple spreading HPV on the pool table.
Right, exactly. And
This
Yeah.
was before HPV existed.
You proud of
Maybe,
yourself?
Maybe.
Is it HPV or is it what's the
Herpetogonosyphilis.
Herpetogonosyphilis.
There you go. But this is the hot ginger chick.
She's
we,
a babysitter.
we again pan up, starting at the ankles.
Do we really? Does
Yes,
it also pan?
I-
Oh my
yes.
god!
Yeah.
I just like the director fighting with everybody. No, it's a sex scene. It starts at the ankles.
That's how you do
Like,
it.
Sex
what?
starts at the. Do you guys not date?
Sex starts with the ankles, guys.
Yeah.
So Cindy Lou Who. So they're making
And
out.
then Cindy Lou Who comes down the
Wait, wait,
stairs.
let's- Start
Wait,
the whole
let's
thing
go
again.
back. She's wearing Daisy Dukes in the wintertime.
But she's not wearing them anymore.
They're on
in-
the pool
They're
table.
in the middle pocket
and
of the
she
pool
has
table.
the ruffliest panties I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. And she still got a shirt on.
You know what
All
I'm
three
talking
of
about?
them.
I'm not a regular virgin. I have had sex.
2 times,
I promise.
guys.
With other people?
I didn't realize that was a requirement. So anyway,
So babysitter's hooking up with boyfriend on top of the pool table.
yes.
And the kid, Cindy, who might as well be Cindy Lou Who, although she's a little more than 2, comes down the stairs and
Yeah, she's probably like 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5, 6. Babysitter's like, no, don't come down here. I'm naked. Doesn't tell her that. Anyway, she goes back upstairs, and because she follows the directions, she goes back upstairs. She's nice.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
And so then babysitter remembers that she forgot to let the cat
Well,
out.
no, you
we
hear the jingle.
bells.
Oh, we
you
heard
hear
the
his
jingle
jingle
bells.
bells, and she's like, "Oh, I got to go upstairs and get the cat out."
Yeah.
So she puts her Daisy Dukes back on, but not her shirt.
And these are like the daisiest
It's cold
of Daisy
upstairs,
Dukes.
Todd.
Like,
I
you can see
need
her-
to cover my Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, you can see her underwear in these.
I
Daisy
know,
Dukes.
like,
they
why-
are that Daisy Dukey.
Yeah, they are. That Daisy Dukey is the best Green Day album ever. So here's something I've learned editing the podcast a bunch. Like, if I say something and then the guest says something, Jen has to say it too. Because, like, she'll lose her mind unless she says it too. It's so funny.
It's true.
I know, like 100%. I'm
What
not
was
making
the
fun of you.
trick-or-treat one?
Yes. Yeah.
Damn it, Stackhouse.
Damn it, son. And then she was like, "Damn." And he's like, "I don't know. That's what I'm saying too." It was so funny. But
was
like,
really funny.
if you listen
it was
real
like my
close,
entire personality, like in
Yeah.
30 seconds.
it was amazing. It
I
was
did listen. I
amazing.
listened to that episode.
Oh, thank God. So she goes upstairs
my
topless, but with Daisy Dukes
okay, so
on.
she puts her Daisy Dukes on, but leaves her top off. So she goes to answer the front door or open
and she
the
just like
front door.
swings
Yeah,
open
she
the
doesn't
front
crack
door.
it at all.
Right.
It's wide open, like,
Yeah,
and the Christmas
yelling for the
carolers
cat.
are presumably still in the neighborhood
across
somewhere.
the street.
Yeah. So she's out there like, "Where's the cat?" Tits akimbo,
Uh-huh.
just like flopping in the wind, and
This
she's
is
like,
definitely in a rural community.
"Oh yeah." Anyway, so the cat eventually does come back inside, and then she goes like to close the door, but bum bum bum,
Billy Claus is there.
Billy Claus is there.
And he chases her in.
No,
and
he breaks through the door.
No, she
oh,
closes
that's right,
the door, and
because
he
you look and
axes
you
it.
say, you said, "Here's Johnny,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he axes his way
because
through
I
the
know how
door.
much you love that movie.
I fucking hate that movie, dude.
Yeah.
Future episode. So then Billy, and this is the third assault that we see of a topless woman.
Yes, this wasn't rape though. This was consensual sex downstairs, or
Yes.
what was starting to be consensual sex, and then
And
she
it
comes
doesn't
upstairs.
look like it's a sexual assault. It's just an assault of a
Oh
topless
no,
woman.
he's trying to
just
murder
trying to
her. He's
kill
not trying
her.
to rape her.
Yes. But he sees her wearing not very many clothes.
And he
as
judges
being
her
a
as
sin.
naughty.
Exactly. Naughty. And he starts
Yeah.
saying, "Punish, punish."
But
Yeah.
she's in her own home. She should be able to just wear what she
I
wants.
think she's a babysitter. I don't think
I
she's
think
in her
she's
own
a
home. But
babysitter.
yeah, but you're right.
Well, yeah, having boobs and showing them is not a sin
But I
worthy
do
of
think
death.
boobs trigger him.
Oh yeah, boobs
100%.
trigger him. Trigger
So
a lot of
anyway,
people.
he throws his axe at her.
Oh, is this okay?
Yeah, this is where he throws the axe at her and misses her. The axe is stuck in the wall.
It cuts to the boyfriend, and this is another scene where a mildly playing boombox covers up a very loud murder.
Yeah, like the
I think
boyfriend.
he was drying his hair.
No, the boyfriend's not Shannon Elizabeth. But no, the boyfriend's downstairs is listening to music, playing pool.
Yeah.
And upstairs, he doesn't hear the murdering going on.
But he puts his shirt on to go
This is
investigate.
the best part. So this was where the logic goes out the window.
Oh, this is where it goes out the window?
Because she puts her Daisy Dukes on to let the cat in upstairs. He re-racks the pool table and starts playing again?
I don't think he re-racked it
No, we don't know.
because there were some balls out on the table while they were down there.
And we
Yeah.
got there.
I think the rack was out on the table too.
Oh, wait.
Oh, nailed
We
it!
forgot the best the
What?
best joke. He was about to hook up with her, and he goes, 8-ball corner pocket.
Oh, gross. Anyway, so Billy Claus throws the axe at her. It sticks in the wall next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And then as she's trying to run past him or away, he grabs her and like lifts her up
Yeah.
and then forces her slowly onto like a deer
It's
or
deer
a deer
antlers.
head.
Yeah,
Deer
he lifts
antlers.
her all
The
the
head
way
of
up,
deer.
and then he's kind of looking around and he sees antlers, and he's like, "Ah, yeah."
Yeah, you saw
and,
his thought process.
Yeah.
and it's slow motion because it's clearly not real. And they're
I
like,
honestly think it's not slow motion. He's just slowly pushing her on it,
Yeah,
which
he's
makes
slow.
it worse for me.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's doing it on because he's strong enough to just toss her through it.
Oh yeah, he's like enjoying the slow penetration of the horns through her skin.
I was
She is not enjoying
personally
it.
hoping
No.
for a Christmas tree kill.
"Yeah, we didn't get any." of
we
that."
did not.
No.
But anyway,
I'm okay
so
with that though. I like.
he
my
like
Christmas tree.
leaves her there. It cuts to the boyfriend downstairs who's like playing pool, and he puts his shirt on to go upstairs and investigate. And then they sort of have a
'Cause he's
legit
classy.
fight. Yeah, because
He's a classy
dude.
fella.
Yeah.
This is like the '80s workout shirt that he, like a short sleeve sweatshirt that he cut in
He's
the
got
middle.
Hulk Hogan's tank
The
top.
pre-ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with none of the muscles, so it's kind of loosely hanging on him. So then he walks right next to her and standing right in front of her and saying, "Where's the cat? Where's the cat?" And
This
then
is
turns around
so dumb.
and sees him. Like, how did he not see her?
Yeah, she's probably
No,
how
he's-
tall you think? 5'5"? 4'2", hanging on an antler next to him.
Right. With only Daisy Dukes on.
Literally.
Right.
You're skipping over the part where he comes upstairs, see the front door is bashed in, and just goes, "Whoa, dude."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He walks past the not open front door,
Bashed
but
in.
crushed in front door. He's like, whoa, dude.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
I'm not
there's the
cleaning
cat.
that up.
Cowabunga, bro.
Yeah, bro.
A bulk corner pocket. Woo!
Doors, am I right? They get in a legit fight. Todd was right.
They
They get in
do
a
have a
legit
fight.
fight.
Yeah, the boyfriend sort of fights
He
pretty
puts
decently.
up more of a fight than anybody else in the
He
movie.
knocks Billy
But
down.
He's probably more evenly matched because at this
He
point,
is.
he's Billy hung the rapist, killed the woman, killed the old man, and killed the old woman from the toy store, and then killed the girl. So
Yeah,
this-
and he
this is like-
hasn't hydrated or anything
no,
since then. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of fluids probably going to other places in
Yeah.
his body, too.
He has definitely filled those pantaloons.
I hate this.
Is he a
movie.
pirate?
I'm so sorry.
But I did want to say something about that because normally in slashers, when men die, it's really quick. So I thought this was significant that it was a really long
I thought it was good.
death scene for a
Yeah.
man. Yeah, he was fighting back. He got the poker and was smashed
Hit him in the face.
eye.
Hit him in the
Yeah.
face with it. Yeah.
Probably almost got away because he
Well-
knocked him over at one point.
Yeah,
but
when he hit him in the
Billy's-
face with the poker,
Billy's
I think.
super strength came back.
He did.
And
Yeah,
what, he
the
tossed him
magic
out the
of
window or
Christmas.
whatever?
Yeah, from the fireplace in the middle, like from across the room. He takes him all the way across the cabin out the window.
Yeah, and he gets like sliced through the face with through the
glass.
face with glass and
And
through
the
the
chest.
chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He gets glassed
So
in the-
boyfriend gets glass to the face and chest and is
Yeah.
dead in the yard.
Uh-huh.
And then we see Cindy Lou Who, and she's
yeah.
talking
Oh,
to
yeah.
Santa, and she says, "Santa, do you have a
This is
present
the
for
Grinch
me?"
moment.
It is the
Yeah.
Grinch moment, and he asks her if she's been naughty or nice, and she says, just straight face, "Yeah, I've
Oh,
been
and then
nice.
he's
I've been
like,
nice."
"Are you sure? Because I want to murder you."
Right.
I get uncomfortable again because he cuts to his weird face, making that
Yeah.
those statements.
This is the only. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the only person he encounters that he doesn't kill?
That he doesn't
All right.
kill or
All
attempt
right.
to kill.
Hang on.
Christmas
So,
Eve,
but
this is the only
But
person.
my theory still holds. He doesn't kill a girl that doesn't have boobs.
That has not hit puberty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we got a theory so
I'm
far.
a little uncomfortable that I just said
Or-
those words
I
aloud.
is
just,
it
But
not?
I just want a regular horror movie.
well, no, he doesn't really encounter the nun.
The good nun. Remember when she gets in the job?
No, I'm talking about
after he goes Christmas crazy.
After he becomes the
yeah.
Santa.
The-
I don't think he. Yeah, I think he kills
After he
everyone
Billy
with
Clauses
boobs
out.
after. Yeah,
He Billy
He
Clauses
kills
out of that
everyone
smog.
he encounters.
except for any
Except
woman
for
with
Cindy
boobs.
Lou Who.
No, he kills women with boobs too.
That's what I mean.
He the only person he doesn't kill is this girl.
Is Cindy
Yes.
Lou Who.
Male, female,
Because
everyone.
she
Yes.
Old
says
people, young.
that she's been nice. So what he does is he
Just
hands
takes
her
word
the
for it.
blood,
Kids lie all the time.
especially when you ask them if they've been good so they can get presents.
Yeah, well, and you're holding an axe with blood on it and
Right.
a fucking X-Acto knife with blood on it.
Although I don't think she notices
I think
that.
we should really state that every shot of Billy, he's very sweaty and it's very close-up facial shot.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's definitely
just-
drank a lot of pre-workout
It just-
before Christmas.
Oh,
he makes
dear God.
pre-workout all in that eggnog.
He's definitely that guy down the gym where he's like working out real hard, and I'm like, oh man,
His
I
heart's
wish I
gonna
was more in
explode.
shape, but,
Don't
like,
you
he
hate the
looks
guys
like-
who show up at the gym wearing full Santa Claus gear?
I really do,
sweating,
man.
and I'm just like, just
And then
not
they-
as into it as other people.
Always saying things like, "Yeah, I'm here for the hose."
Oh, geez. And then they don't wipe the machines off.
So Cindy Lou Who is saying
Get
that.
some Mentos out.
Yeah. So Cindy Lou Who says that she's been good. So he gives her a gift of the murder weapon he
Yeah.
killed Pam, the store worker, with.
Yeah, the bloody box cutter.
Yeah.
And then the cops burst in and arrest her because she's got her fingerprints all over the murder weapon.
Except for everything
no, she's
Jen
a
just said
minor,
didn't
though,
happen.
so, I mean, it would
That's
be
the
fine.
Jen's cut of this movie.
Yeah. So what happens after he leaves Cindy
Okay.
Lou Who with the gift?
We're going to talk about this real quick because it doesn't matter, but it's hilarious. So
Okay.
the police have been alerted that there's a deadly Santa on
Yes.
the loose, and so they see a ladder and a Santa crawling
my
into
God.
the window, and
Oh,
they just
yeah.
burst into this lady's house.
Let's go back because the police are talking in their car like, "Oh, a Santa murdered
Yeah.
7 people."
I'm a regular
Why
guy.
is the captain sitting us out tonight?
Right.
Oh
the
no! but-
laziest
It's
cops
Christmas.
of
Oh
all
yeah, and then
time.
they're like, "What if we capture the real Santa?" I bet he won't even be happy if we capture the real Santa. Like, what are you guys talking
yeah,
about?
like my God.
I think I looked at you in the movie and said, "I'm a cop doing cop talk."
Right.
Like, 'cause none of it
Most
made.
nonchalant mass murderer.
It's Christmas.
It's Thursday.
But this is where it cuts to them busting in that house.
Yeah,
The mom
and-
on the couch is like, "What?" And they
Yeah.
run up the stairs, guns out, kicking open the girl's room, and it's like Santa Dad.
Dad Santa is standing over her, and she wakes up and she goes,
Dad?
Now, in
Yeah.
my family, we did go outside and jingle bells when, like, my younger brothers were reading Night Before Christmas, so they would go to sleep and think Santa was there. I mean, I never got in a ladder dressed
Really?
as Santa to sneak in the.
That's
Yeah,
Because
Okay.
Santa doesn't climb through bedroom windows.
No.
his family was.
Santa goes
Oh,
down
yeah.
chimneys.
I didn't understand this
weird.
at all. Yeah.
Santa's only climb through bedroom windows if they're going to molest children
And they're
without
not
their
really
parents
Santa
knowing
Claus.
about it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, lots of things wrong
I
with
mean,
this
I
scene.
really needed them to stay there for 5 more minutes and explain to me something, some sort of story that made me okay
Yeah.
with him climbing in the window
And the mom
in this
was
little
just
girl's
downstairs
room.
watching TV. Like,
Yeah.
that,
Like
there
pretending
wasn't
everything's
anything-
okay with her family.
I mean, he was sneaking in like he was going to steal it like she was the Lindbergh baby. Like they were, I thought that kid was about to get kidnapped.
so then we
These are
cut
like
to the
marathon
Virgin
stuff.
Sledders. And it's 2 nerdy brown-haired boys.
We cut to the what?
The Virgin Sledders. Because they're talking
Oh,
about
I
they're talking about
forgot this.
Virgin Snow. or
Yeah, that's right,
something,
that's
or
right. You're right,
the
you're right.
Virgin Hill.
And
they're
again,
going to
we're
and
with
this,
sledders on a non-hill talking
Yes.
about going real fast.
this hill doesn't have a slope.
The grade on this hill is very slight.
It's like 0.25 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
So
everybody's real excited
and
about
one of them is really mean to the other one because he sits down on the sled and he doesn't go anywhere. He's like, "Oh, you don't know how to sled because you're a sled virgin." And so then they hear jingles,
They do hear jingles, and this
but
whole
it's
thing.
not Billy Claus.
Jingles
It's
I
would be
think
a
it
good-
is Billy Claus.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah, it's
you're
Billy
probably
Claus.
Yeah, it is Billy Claus.
But
But
then-
instead of Billy Claus popping out of the woods, it's 2 35-year-old men who go and beat up these kids
Yeah.
and take their
Give me your
sleds.
sled.
It's so
No,
dumb.
we're gonna take your sled.
Yeah, we
I
just
keep-
came up here because we wanted a sled. We were hoping some kids would have their sleds so we could beat them up and take their sleds
But
and
you
go
know-
sledding
you know
with them
who
sledding
lives-
wise.
You know who lives in this movie? The kid who just plays dead as soon as they try to fight him.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does, yeah.
Well, both those kids live
Yeah, they do.
because they were nice.
They were
They-
nice. Well,
well,
one of
well,
them
they
was,
just run away before Billy exposes
one of
himself.
them was really mean. So one of them gets in the sled and just goes zooming down the hill.
"What if I hit a tree, dude?"
This is not like a steep hill
He's
where you have to
pushing
worry
himself
about that.
Those are all
Yeah,
questions you answer before you beat 2 children up to take their sleds.
that is true. That is very true.
Is this
But the
violence
point-
worth it? Is this sled trip going to be exhilarating?
What is
or
the thought process here?
And even if he did hit a tree going down this, it's not like he's going to be going fast.
No, because even
Right.
in the scene they cut, he's using his hands to make
Right.
the
Yes.
sled go
And what did you
forward.
say?
Yes.
They had to like hollow out a sled,
Yeah,
like tunnel.
they had to hollow out a sled path.
so he
for
would
the-
actually
yeah.
go downhill. So he goes all the way downhill, like yeehawing all the way.
He's
and then
having
he
a
gets
great
to the
time.
end, he's like, "Hey, Billy!" Not Billy.
Woo! Yeah,
Woo!
whatever the
Hey,
guy at the
mean
top
sled
was.
brother, this was an awesome hill. You should try it too. So then, mean sled brother at the
Who
top.
are these people?
They're like the Woods
It's
family
like 10 o'clock at night. Like,
on Christmas.
Oh, yeah,
Eve.
like, what are they
35
doing?
years old.
Oh, they are definitely
The
35.
odds
Yeah.
that 2 different couples of men would be out sledding on the same
I
hill.
sort of
One
understand the
couple
kids
without
doing
their
it.
own sleds. I don't know. They
Oh,
were
I,
just like,
I understand the 2 kids because I mean, if there
Hey,
was
Todd,
snow on the
Todd,
ground, I
Todd,
would go
do you
sledding.
know what I want to do tonight? You want to go with me? I want to go to the woods and find some children, beat them up, and steal their stuff.
That's the weird part, right?
right,
like if we
right.
find it. If not, we'll just wander around the
Those
woods
were-
together.
I think what they were doing is they were snowballing, and then
Whoa!
You don't know what snowballing is.
I don't know, and I don't want to
You-
know.
I
I'm looking
need-
at Jack
I need
Frost
everyone
reference.
right now to pause the podcast and Urban Dictionary search
What
snowballing.
is it?
Do you want me to hang on?
Do you know what snowballing is? Does it involve ice?
Yeah, a form of ice.
Oh, gross. Do you know what it is?
Why do you think I'm laughing?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then the second of the older dudes starts sledding down.
Yeah, Alpha.
Yeah, it is Alpha. So Billy Santa comes out and then slices his head off
And
like
you
he's.
called it. You were like,
Oh, I knew it
he's
was gonna
gonna get his
happen.
head cut
I knew
off.
it was gonna
He's
happen.
gonna sled down the hill.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen at the bottom, and the other kid would be dead.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Oh yeah, I knew that there was going to be a reveal. I just guessed right.
there's
There was
more-
gonna be
that's
some
child
kind of
abuse. I just
sled
realized this is
homicide.
more child abuse.
What?
Those kids are 40.
So, anyways, the second old man sleds down the hill, gets his head cut off
Yeah.
halfway down, and the other guy freaks out as he sees the headless friend sledding down the
Well,
hill.
the head also rolls down behind the sled.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah. So
Does younger asshole brother get killed?
no, I think it cuts from there. I don't think it does.
Because he was nice. He
It
was
just
not
show him
leading
yelling.
the charge.
No,
he was,
beating up.
He beat up
it
the
was
kid who
mob
played dead.
mentality. Cuts to the nun sleeping on the bench.
That's
and
right.
there's a cop involved, and now they're on the lookout for Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
Columbo.
And so it's Christmas. Yeah, Columbo, puppet Columbo, because he's
Yeah,
got
so those
like,
murders were the
jowls.
last of the murders that night.
Yeah, because
Yes.
now it's Christmas Day.
It is.
Yeah.
Billy's running down the street, and there's a cop car, and he hides from the cop car.
Oh yeah. Because they're on the lookout for any Santa. They have
Any
orders
Santa.
to shoot and kill any Santa.
On Christmas Day.
So here, So here's another part of the movie. I disagree with the strategy of the. So Columbo gets on the radio, says, "This is your captain speaking."
We're going to be cruising altitude of 135 feet. And here's the deal. 135 feet.
Kill any Santa.
That plane is very low. Also, murder anyone wearing a Santa outfit
If
on
you
sight.
see anyone dressed as Santa, shoot on sight.
Yeah.
Do not ask questions first. Shoot to kill.
So anyway,
Is
Right
that
in
what
the
police
beard.
was like back then?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
haven't you seen Police Academy?
They were
They did not shoot people on sight.
There were no hijinks in this movie.
Mahoney didn't kill 4 people and be like, Mahoney!
Damn it, Mahoney!
You told me to shoot Santas.
All right,
I went to the mall and killed them
following
all.
orders.
So anyway, deputy of the Columbo guy
Yeah.
is driving up to the orphanage because that's where they think.
The nun says he's going to go to the
Yeah,
orphanage.
yeah,
Yeah,
which
and he
makes
does.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he drives up and sees Santa coming to greet the kids outside, and instead of like trying to get in front and see what's going on, he like rolls up and shoots him.
Shoots the Santa like 3 times right in front of the
He
kid.
does shout some commands, but that is also explained away in the movie.
Yes.
As the
We
Santa
found out
also being
that
deaf.
the Santa
Yeah.
is deaf, and that's why he didn't
So
turn
he
around.
shot a deaf Santa in the back 4 times.
in front of children
And-
on Christmas Day,
Jesus Christ.
and then
only-
just continues to protect the orphanage.
Yeah, the only thing that happens is an ambulance shows up, wheels off the body, and the paramedics sprint off with it.
Yeah. So then Mother Superior, who's now 10 years older, is talking to
In wheelchair
in a
confined.
wheelchair. Yeah.
No, not the first part. She's talking to the officer standing up for the first time.
Oh, but
they're
then
there.
she gets tired.
Yeah.
So she's talking to the Santa
The funny
killer.
part is that she just cuts to her with a wheelchair without explaining
Yeah,
anything.
I honestly,
Right.
yeah. Like normally when I get tired, I don't sit in a wheelchair.
It's like she-
I just go sit down somewhere. I don't sit in a wheeled chair.
So then she starts pitch pipe singing with the kids to try to keep them happy, but it's terrible singing.
And
she
this is where the
clearly doesn't know
murderer
what
cop
she's doing. The murder cop,
Starts patrolling the ground.
let's call him. Not
Let's
call
call
him
him
the murder
Santa
cop.
Murderer.
I'm gonna call him the Santa killer.
Billy's the Santa
Billy's
killer.
the Santa killer. No, he's Billy Claus.
There's literally no one to root for in this
So the
movie.
cop
There really
who killed
isn't.
the deaf Santa
Yeah,
is now patrolling the grounds.
for a million years.
Yes.
Not the cop I would choose.
Slowly walking around, he unzips his jacket so he can get his gun out, and he just starts walking around this orphanage. And then he sees the outhouse
Yeah, Mother
downstairs
Superior goes,
basement.
don't
thing.
shoot anyone else. And he goes, just immediately draws his gun and goes
I know.
outside.
Right. I'm only shooting Santas today.
I'm deaf now. Because he's ignoring her.
Oh, he's deaf to her.
Yeah.
Because she's a woman, he can't hear her.
Well, no, because he
Oh.
murdered a deaf person. Now he's
No, yeah.
been plagued with deafness.
He sure has been naughty.
Ugh. Anyway,
Right.
so
So then
but
he
he
goes-
is like walking around, guns out, like
For like seriously
Ugh.
10 minutes.
yeah.
It felt like a million years, and this movie had already felt like a million years. So he goes down into this furnace, dilapidated basement, and walks around this whole
Was it
furnace.
a furnace? I could not tell
It
what
It
that
was
like-
a
was.
dilapidated basement furnace.
It's like the
place.
furnace had been dead for 10 years.
Yeah.
And so he went down and he walked around it for the longest time.
It was legit 3 minutes.
Yeah, there was nothing in the furnace room. And so he gets all the way up to the top, and then Billy's at the top and just axes him down the steps.
Naughty.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he
did
goes-
he say naughty or did
yeah.
he say punish?
Oh, I think it was punish. Sorry.
he did-
Either way, he said it like punish.
And he's got the sweaty face. And
Yeah.
It zooms in.
He's kinda
punished or
masturbating a little
naughty.
bit.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same weirdly sexual murder thing.
I mean, that cop.
he did
that
shoot
guy-
a deaf Santa.
He
so
did
I mean,
shoot a
I
deaf
didn't
Santa
care what
on
happened.
Christmas Day.
I do think that was eating at him. He was trying to protect those kids from murder claws, and then the guy didn't respond when he was like freeze or whatever
Maybe
because
when
he
he
was
went
deaf
down
and-
into the basement, that was him symbolically going down into the depths of his own humanity to confront his deep
This is. I feel like
I
this
believe
is the
that-
director describing why they need to keep
Yeah.
that scene to the
furnace
editor.
is
who's like,
broken because the
He
fire
broke
of
his
his
heart.
the passionate fire of police work has gone out in him.
It has, because now
I'd buy that.
he's murdered the spirit
I'd
of
buy that.
Christmas. And
Yeah.
Christmas has been dead for 10 years now, just like that furnace.
And then he gets murdered
And he
by.
tries to get back out into the sunlight, but he just can't admit what he's done.
Did you
wrong.
like the falling cam when he gets stabbed and it's like the camera falling down the steps? Oh my god.
yeah, and then we just see him lying in a heap. And so then he's got the dripping axe and he just chops the head off the snowman. And I loved that part.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And I was like, oh my
Naughty.
god, he just killed Jack Frost. yeah.
Punish.
I mean,
Is this Jack Frost too?
No.
Oh no.
that's-
Although this one also has a sequel.
Oh no.
it does.
Yeah.
So then the kids are all singing in front of the Christmas tree, and a weird kid
Oh,
sees Santa and lets him
yeah.
in, and I think it's the younger brother.
Nope. It's not
Oh,
the younger
it's
brother.
Just another, that's
Yeah.
right. It's a weird murder Christmas kid.
Yeah.
And so he gets up and opens the door and lets him in because it's Santa Claus. And Although he did, the last Santa Claus he saw got shot to death in front
Yeah,
of him.
you would think these kids would be more traumatized to see another Santa Claus
Right.
after 45 minutes earlier, one got murdered in front of them.
Yeah, everyone kind of just glances over the deaf Santa getting murdered.
But I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so then he walks up to Mother Superior. Mother Superior realizes it's not real Santa Claus, it's Billy. And Mother Superior is saying, "You're not Santa Claus. Santa Claus is not real.
Santa Claus
Santa
isn't
Claus
real."
isn't real." And then you hear all the orphans right in the background start crying because
Yeah.
she's ruined all of their Christmases forever.
This
And
was
so
the funniest part.
Then Billy realizes that she's been naughty and she really has ruined his life.
Yeah, well, I mean,
No,
she
the
well,
isn't the
first
only
Santa
one that has.
that murdered
The
his
original
kid,
murder
yeah.
Santa ruined.
Really,
then.
Granddad ruined his life.
Well, that's true.
There was definitely a domino effect of bad things happening to Billy.
Yes.
Billy's had a
but
tough
Mother
life.
Superior
But she didn't
is
make
the
it
one
any
who
better.
fetishized everything in
Yes.
his life. Yeah.
She turned the direction to murder
Oh,
Santa,
yeah. Yeah.
not to healthy trauma victims.
Right.
I mean, they
who's
showed a lot
empowered.
of bad stuff to us, and they
did.
only freeze framed on what Mother Superior did to him.
Yes.
So God knows what happened.
I honestly wanted him to kill Mother Superior and then So anyway, he raises the axe to swing it at Mother Superior and then he gets
And then he
shot.
gets shot by old puppet Columbo with Goodnun clinging to his arm.
It almost looked like Columbo was like too weak to hold up the gun, so that Goodnun had to like help him raise his
Or
arm.
He's a puppet Columbo, so she had to hold his arm up and shoot up
He's
because
the
his
most
arm-
nondescript hero of a
He
movie
really
I've ever
is.
seen.
And
Yeah.
he's in like 2 scenes.
He's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
he's-
if the guy in the background ordering coffee from a waitress in the scene of the movie like
Right.
shoots the bag and he's like, "You're welcome. Good night."
He's like if Dr. Loomis only had that voiceover telling us about Michael and then shows up to save Jamie Lee Curtis at the end.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
And then explain raccoon murders.
Exactly. Yeah, if he investigates the raccoon murders and then shoots Michael in the end, and those are his only scenes. Okay, and then he says he's dying on the floor.
Oh yeah, and then he has
says,
the presence of
"You're
mind.
safe now. Santa is gone."
Yeah.
And then the axe spin the bottles to point right at Ricky's feet, and
Ricky,
he
yeah.
looks up.
Ricky the brother.
Ricky the brother, the baby from the very first scene, and the axe is pointing at him, and he looks up and he says, "Naughty."
Yeah, he says it to Mother Superior.
And then freeze frame.
And then that's the movie.
And that's the movie.
That's
yeah.
the movie.
So
And
this is
that's
end
the
of
movie.
Thank God. This movie was so bad. It was
It was really bad. Yeah.
it was
I
like
did not enjoy
84
watching
minutes, but
this
it felt like it was 385 minutes long.
movie. It really did.
It was so bad.
Yeah. There were and not really so bad it's good.
No.
It's
At all.
And to be saying this about a movie with this much nudity and sex scenes that this movie was that
Oh.
bad.
These were not sexy
I've
sex
never
scenes.
I've never disliked a movie with this much nudity before until today.
Right. It was and not even so bad it's good.
Mike is like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I can see
because
that.
I'll just
it's
nod.
not it's just so uncomfortable throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Everything is basically like it's like one step above 70s porn.
Yes,
You know?
it's
Yeah.
not good.
And you like Christmas horror too. We were talking about this at the beginning
Yeah, and
before
like,
we
so
watched
why are
it.
you doing this to me?
trying to break your spirit?
Yeah, this is horrible.
We break you down and then we build you back up into the horror virgin
I'm like,
family.
oh my God.
It's really bad.
I extremely disliked. I think I might like this less than Jack Frost.
I think I like this less than Jack Frost.
I like this less. Okay, so I think Jack Frost has 20 minutes that's watchable. We talked about this.
This one doesn't really
This
have
one
anything
has
that's watchable.
not even the nude scenes.
Right.
I don't think is anything worth watching. Maybe the pool table scene because that ginger's hot. Other than that, no.
Yeah, there's not really anything redeeming in this
No,
movie.
at all.
I don't think.
All right, let's talk box office.
All right.
I'm not going to ask you how much you think the budget was for this. How much do you think this movie made in the theaters?
$2 million.
It made $2 million.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It made $2 million. Adjusted for inflation, it's just about $10 million. A little over $10 million.
What was the budget?
I have no idea.
I think it was 1.7.
175,000?
$175,000?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay,
I'm
got
not
it.
so good with it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it anywhere that's like an official source. I think I saw it on Wikipedia, and I don't necessarily trust that stuff. But
To put that into context, this was released on the same day as the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
oh my god,
It was.
Oh
and it
my
beat
God.
Nightmare on Elm Street in its opening weekend.
Did it?
No, it didn't.
Wow.
Yes. It got pulled, and it only made $2 million because
This
it
is
got
Jen
pulled after a
Fun
week.
Facts.
This is. Oh yeah. This
Yeah.
is. Are we done with box office?
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But it got pulled after a week. It probably would have made a lot more money because it's one of those, like, there aren't very many evil Santa movies, especially at this point. Like, it was kind of a notable horror thing. But it got pulled after a week because people were protesting it a lot because,
Because it's just not
I
good.
want to protest
good.
it now.
yes, I would protest it then too.
It's so
it was
bad.
very controversial. It's,
It's
still
so bad.
one of the most
I can't believe this
controversial
came out the
movies.
same day as Nightmare on Elm Street. Although I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street, I can. it just feels like this is from a different era.
It does. Well, the budget is different. Yeah, if you've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, it is just a much better movie. And the thing is, I think there's an interesting...
Nightmare on Elm Street is the first Freddy movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I feel like there's an interesting movie here. There's an interesting story, like Christmas trauma turns somebody into a killer. I feel like that's the basis of several
Hear me
horror
out.
movies.
Instead of Halloween, just say Christmas with Billy as like an unstoppable slasher dressed as Santa.
I
And
feel
it's
like they
kinda
could.
like that.
I feel like they could reimagine this movie, and
This
it would be
is-
good.
If you
This
just
is
took
just
out
the
all the weirdly sexual things.
It's the porn version of that movie,
It
which
is.
is why it's so weird. Because
Right.
it's not trying to be a porn movie. It's just
I will
that's what
argue
feels like.
it is trying to be a porn movie, but they were like, well, we want it to be in regular theater, so we can't
That's
show
true.
any penetration. But like, it is a porn movie.
You think that's why they reshot it?
That's why every
that's why
time
all
it
the
got
reshoots-
fuzzy, it's because they were cutting out all the actual sex. And so when they were making this, they knew it was going to be controversial, but they thought it was going to be controversial because of all the anti-Catholicism in it, like how terrible Mother Superior was, and they thought she was going
Wow.
to be the most controversial part of it.
No.
Which, if you don't have, like, she is very controversial.
Sure.
Yes.
There is a lot of
She's
child
like
abuse.
The,
That's
the third level of controversy in this movie. But what everybody was boycotting and complaining about was that kids were scared of Santa.
Yeah.
Because a preview for this showed in the and this was back when people actually watched commercials, showed in between Three's Company and Little House on the Prairie. And so parents were calling and saying their kids were afraid of Santa, that Santa was going to murder
Oh my
them.
God.
And so they had to pull or change up a lot of the marketing. And it's like that scene in Parks and Rec where they're talking about how Leslie Knope is going to murder all of the cats
Yeah.
and dogs. I imagine that's really what this was like. Like
Oh my
parents
God.
were calling and saying they were afraid Santa was going to murder their kids. It got pretty bad reviews.
Really?
Siskel
I
and-
wonder why. Wait, were you about to say Siskel and Ebert? Did they review this?
Siskel and Ebert reviewed it.
Oh my God.
One
Oh,
of
please
them
quote this.
read off the company names of everybody who had contributed money to making
What?
this and said, "Shame on you."
That is the appropriate reaction, though.
Yeah. And Richard Malton said,
this was like really reviewed.
it really was. Richard Malton said it was a worthless splatter, and he said, "What's next? The Easter Bunny is a child molester."
That's what we said.
I know. That's hilarious. Oh my God.
The working title of it was Sleigh Ride, which
Better title.
Well-
Better title than Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Still weirdly sexual though.
It is,
Oh, yeah.
but that fits the movie. The movie's weirdly sexual.
there are 4 sequels to this.
What?
Yes, sequels 2 and 3 are about Billy's younger brother
Ricky, right.
And sequels 4 and 5 are just different horror themed stories, kind of like Season of the Witch for Halloween.
Oh my God.
And there was a loose remake in 2012, but I haven't seen it.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't we watch that? There's no way that's worse than this.
I mean, I don't think it's much better, but yeah, probably not worse.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then I read this article about the whole controversy with this, and it was called Ho Ho Homicide. I thought that was funny.
That's
It
the name
is
of my dating profile.
Ho Ho Homicide. You get a lot of hits on it.
No.
Not one.
I wrote something about how they couldn't convince kids to sit on Santa's lap after seeing the
Absolutely
previews for
not.
this
That was
movie.
the most.
No, yeah.
That might be the most uncomfortable scene in the movie.
Yeah. Phil Donahue had an entire episode about the controversy behind this movie. The body count was 14, including Billy. And there was actually a group formed to protest this movie called Citizens Against Movie Madness, which I'd sign up for.
I want a
Yeah.
T-shirt. I want that T-shirt.
CAMM, the cam.
Yeah, Cam. Yeah, so that's all my fun facts.
There are good Christmas horror movies. Let's watch some of those.
Oh, we do, just with other guests.
Oh.
We'll see you next rape movie. So let's do the scary scale.
Okay, so our scary scale, listeners, is where we rank how scary this movie is. It's not about the quality of the movie, and I do not allow zeros or negatives on our scale, although if I ever did, this would get it. Because it's an actual movie, I feel like it deserves an actual number.
Sure,
ranking.
sure.
Because work went into making this. We didn't like it, but, they actually paid money and work to make this movie. Anyways, okay, so our scary scale, it's not a ranking of how good we thought the movie was. It was how scared we were by the movie today. Our example of a 1 is Ghostbusters, and our example of a 10 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Jinx. Okay, so what
Buy
is
me
this
some
movie
Coke.
again? You don't need any more
No,
Coke, Todd.
I do not. I'd say a 2, and only because some of the stabbing and like slicing scenes where they show the whole thing really get me. So anyway, that was uncomfortable for me. But there's a movie out on Netflix called Outlaw King.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a guy who's like hung in that. and then someone stabs him in the upper chest area and like pulls the knife all the way down to his stomach and like all of his insides spill out and you see everything, I threw up.
Did you
Did you
really?
throw up?
Oh, yeah.
I liked that movie.
I
haven't
loved the
seen it
movie,
yet.
but I wasn't
It's got Chris
expecting
Pine in
that.
it, right?
Yeah.
It is. And you see his dick. Anyway, so like I threw up. Like I could not handle
Yeah.
it. I was also real sick when I was watching it.
Oh, so
This is 3
you
days ago
also
I was
had
sick.
food poisoning or a stomach flu.
I don't know. It was stomach flu at least,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So
yeah,
2.
a 2. It was uncomfortable.
Mikey.
It wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary,
No.
but it made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was kind of scared about like what they were going to show next.
Like,
Do you know what I
how
mean? Like,
far they
You
were
were
going to
scared
go.
for the filmmakers.
Like when that little girl was on his lap, I was like, I am really scared about like what's happening.
You weren't more scared from Cindy Lou Who though? Once the murder started and he
Absolutely
Yeah.
too, because I was like,
Yeah.
is he gonna stab her? I mean, like the suspense. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it 3.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a 2. And like you guys were saying, nothing is scary in this movie, but it's so uncomfortable.
there's nothing worth watching in this
Throughout.
movie.
There really isn't. Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
not one scene where I could be like, you should at least watch
this
this
movie
scene.
feels like watching a documentary about like a creepy serial killer.
yes.
Okay, I can
And
see that.
So like, and
Where
if
you're
you
not
think
scared, but you get the real weird details.
Yeah,
of,
you get like a weird
like
vibe from it.
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer kind of thing.
I haven't seen
It feels
that,
like
but-
like an exploitation kind of movie that's dressed up like a Christmas movie. Okay, so there are lots of movies from the 80s that haven't aged very well. Like how the end of 16 Candles is him giving his drunk girlfriend to the nerd to take home and have sex with him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that has not aged very well. And there's the
have
part.
fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is different. This is further than that.
I
Like I,
don't
feel
think-
like even at the time, this would have made me
Well, that's what I'm
really
saying. I don't think
uncomfortable.
this is a fact of this movie not aging well. When it came out, it wasn't for the time. Like
Yes,
I don't know
I agree.
any time where this movie was like good
Exactly.
or appropriate.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some people that would really be into this movie and probably really like this movie, but they also have some interesting Pornhub sites, and I don't want to talk to those
Hey,
people.
Mikey, if I ever die tragically, will you clear my internet history?
I'm just gonna steal your computer because
2 for me. So we got a 3 and a 2 and a 2.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
wow.
Hmm.
Well, great to be back, I guess. Is
Yeah. Yay. Welcome back.
there like an actual horror movie I can watch?
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
what are we doing next
watching
week?
Next? So next we're going to, the next time an episode drops is going to be on the night before Christmas. So we're going to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes. And
Aw.
this is sort of a flip because Jen's never seen this.
Nope.
So she's going to be the virgin next week.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's a musical
The
and you hate
Nightmare
musicals.
Before. No, I just don't really like Tim Burton-esque stuff.
And
I'm
I'll
with
be
you,
honest with
Jen.
you. I don't like
Have you
Tim
seen
Burton
it?
either.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Do you like it? I like that this is Halloween.
I'm gonna like
song.
it better than this.
I don't like Tim Burton either, but I like this movie. Anyway, but I like
I don't think he
musicals.
directed it. I think he just produced it. I'm gonna have to get Jen to research all this.
Yeah, we'll see what my
I mean,
research
honestly, our
bears
guest
out.
loves this movie.
Yeah, we do have a special guest
Yeah.
and Mikey too. So we got
Oh,
2
yeah.
guests.
Yeah.
So we've got a special guest.
And it's a kids
and
movie, so
Mikey-
I don't have to like have an uncomfortable conversation.
No, it's not. It's much better than this. So we are a member of the Modern Horrors Podcast Network. They're an awesome podcast network with the Modern Horrors Podcast, Final Girls Podcast, and Death, Dying, and Other Things. And of
yep.
course, our podcast. And if you're listening to us in their feed, make sure you subscribe to our feed, because if you do, you're going to get every episode 2 days earlier. Our episodes normally drop on Mondays. And if you're listening to this on a Wednesday, you're behind everybody else, nerd. So,
One
Mikey, do
day.
you want to give them your Instagram and Twitter stuff so you can...
My Instagram and Twitter are mrandolph24.
24.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nice. That is Jen Ferratu on Instagram and Twitter, and I am at Tajay Awesome on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, guys. Of course, we are at Horror Virgin at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, go to horrorvirgin.com for all the merch, the blog, all that good stuff. So we have just started a Patreon page. I'm very blown away, or we are
too.
What's
very
a
blown
Patreon
away.
page?
Patreon pages is where you can go and help monetarily support those who are doing creative pursuits like podcasts or
Yeah.
anything. But
The podcast will always be free,
Yes.
and if you are not able to support us in that way, honestly, just listening, downloading, telling your friends,
Yeah.
giving us rates and reviews, all of that is we are so grateful.
but if
for
you have
that.
extra to share and you feel
Yeah.
like you want to throw it our way, that would be great.
yeah, we have lots of extra stuff that you can get at different levels. Too.
Yeah,
so yeah,
just check it out.
that
It's
page. and
patreon.com/horror
it's linked
virgin.
on our site, right?
It's not yet. I'll get on that.
We'll get it.
It probably is by this point, but
Yeah,
Thanks for explaining that.
you're welcome, Mikey.
that's going to be it for us this week. So
Happy
thank
holidays.
you, Mikey.
Happy holidays, guys.
yep.
Mikey, thank you so much for being on the
No,
pod
thanks
with
for having me on
us.
again. I'm so excited to be on for a few more times.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
Jennifer.
I'm Mikey.
And I am the Virgin Todd. We'll see you guys next week. Watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Silent night.
Nerds.